Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Sporting View Villa. We also want to deliberate on Arsenal, the player that they are going to sell, the player that they are going to stay, the player that we are going to bench. For me, I know that we need more recruitment in attack for next season if we are going to retain our Premier League or we are going to go to the final game or we are going to do any other thing. Like that is for my opinion. We need more recruitment. We know that the defense is already okay. It's just not too much change. It's just to bring in more. For me, I know that Ben White is good, if not the injury. As far Timber is there, I don't see little of selling Ben White, but other people opinion myself, let them say Ben White. Ben White is not just a bad player. I believe before Timber came, Ben White was very good. Even the link-up play with Bukayo Saka and Odegaard was very okay. I believe it's that injury that he have almost a year. He didn't play a single minute even ending of the season this season before he start playing football. But we can see about some match 5 to 3 match he was improving more than before. I don't see more changes on the defense. I believe they will bring in more. They will add more to it, but not too much changes. I don't think that Arsenal is going to sell Calafiori or the only player I'm praying now that he just permanent Ikapi because we know that he's on loan from Bayer Leverkusen to Arsenal, which option to buy. If Arsenal can just permanent the deal and just conclude the deal, I will be very happy. He's a good player. If not Ikapi, we know that Calafiori is like injury pro. He's a good player, not despising anything, but he's like form of injury pro. What I also see if we can go to the market and bring some other player, but the only place I want, we need a creative players. We know that Eberechi Eze is good, but we need people like Chucky or somebody like Vertinha. He's not Vertinha, but creative players in the wing, in the attack. For me, I'm not condemning Jokere. Jokere is a good player. His first season, he have 21 goals all round the competition, and along the line was still improving to the league, adapting to the league. And people are forgetting that the way Gyökeres plays in Sporting Lisbon, that is not the way Arsenal plays. You understand? But I believe if we can have good creative players around him, even from the left and from the right, we know that Bukayo Saka is good, but like last season, he was not on his game like 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago. We know that he have a little injury and all of that. Even his Odegaard have the same thing off and on. But we need more creative player if we are going to go forward, even to retain this title. Because most team we know that most of the team have already changed their coach from even lesser team to the bigger team. Like Fulham just lost their coach to Benfica, which they are bringing another new coach to replace Michael Silva. Even to Bournemouth now, they are trying to recruit Crystal Palace. Most of the team lost their coach. I believe the only team that is stable and balanced with their coach, this is Arsenal. Liverpool have a new coach. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham, all of that. All of them have a new coach. And most of them, their pattern of play, they will need to recruit and sell. Even they are trying to rebuild. Most of those teams are trying to rebuild and to do everything with the coach, which Arsenal have already been rebuilding, which they are still rebuilding, but they are still more stable team than every other team. What I see about Arsenal is for them to get the right recruitment. That is why I'm pleading. Because for me, I would love to retain this league this season again and still fight for the Champions League. If every competition, like the way we did it last season, I believe this season we are going to enter in a few months' time. Because we are just looking at it by August now. August is still we play the Community Shield. The following week, the league is open, which Arsenal need to make a good recruitment. That is why I'm praying to Arteta and Roberta, that is the sporting director, to make. I know that last season he did a very good job. That's why I told people the best signing so far Arsenal made last season was Androbeta. Because there's no other sign. If not, if I think if maybe Edu, we could have not signed Easy or signed most of the player. I don't know. But in my app one, I don't know. But for me, even signing Jokores, because earlier this season, the transfer window, we are hearing about Benjamin Sisko. That is what we are going for, Benjamin Sisko, Benjamin Sisko, Benjamin Sisko. But along the line, they switched to Jokores automatically. Everything went through. which I pray that is the people that is in charge of transfer, the scout and everything, they should do a good recruitment, because I don't want us to be like Liverpool last season, because Liverpool did the recruitment and signed players and did everything. Probably this signing that Liverpool did last season might work. We don't know, because they have a new coach now. No player is bad, but it might be the structure and the way they play the football. That is why they are season ended like that. But I believe for Arsenal, we have the squad now. It's just a little tickle we had. We need other creative midfielder. We know Eze is good, but we need other type of creative midfielder that can hold the ball with confidence. That can create something out of nothing. That's what I'm praying for. If we can get those kind of players, it's not over experience, but we have some 21 years old, 22 years old that can do that. And probably on our left side, we need a good player, not Martinelli. We know that Martinelli is good, but Trossard is getting old. We need a good player there that can create, that can play football, that can take player one-on-one, that can beat players. Those are the players we know. We know that Bukayo Saka is there on the right already, which we need. I know Madueke is good, but Madueke is not like the player I love so much that can play the kind of football I want. Because Madueke can do a beating, but he can't finish. When he got to, I know that he's improving, still a young player, but both side, we need a good recruitment. I know that Arsenal are trying to still sell. They will sell like people like me. I want Jesus. I know Jesus will go. If probably we can sell Kai Havertz, we sell him. Like Miles Kelly, we bring him back to midfield. Even if in 1 year he should come back to the team, I don't believe Arsenal to send him on loan this season again. We should bring him back to the team. I believe most of the season, if maybe 1 year he was there, the time no that guy and the game was slopping, I believe 1 year he can play more than other players did play. Because even Miles Diamond, I know he's a good talent. I don't want them to give him pressure. I believe they should bring him like the way they bring Bukayo, other players, not the way just. I know that he's called the goals. He's he's the youngest player in Champions League. He's the youngest player in everything. He's the youngest players to win, to score in Premier League. He's the youngest player to start again. You have all those criteria now as in history, but we need to bring that little boy in. We should not throw him into the pressure game and all of that, because I know that Lamine Yamal started very youngly. England is different from La Liga. Because some defender can frustrate you in England. They can kill your career. But Arsenal need a proper attacker, world-class player. Because we know that we have won the league now. We need to retain. We need to. This, I believe, Arsenal don't make the recruitment wisely. Because other teams are trying to build. They are trying to do their rebuilding. Their players to go. Like our defense, now no one is going. No one is benched, like Timber as the left, as the right, excuse me, as two. Gabriel, the same thing. Which we have a player that can play Gabriel's wing as a left defender, which Ikapi and Caluferi can do that. But if for me, we can get other player again. We know Mosquera can play Saliba, can replace Saliba when Saliba is out. But we need other, if I can get a proper 3 again. Because I believe Arsenal struggle on that wing more than 2. We don't struggle a lot in 2. We always struggle a lot in 3. That is our right fullback and our left fullback. Our left fullback, we struggle a lot. That's what I always see. We struggle a lot. From injury, not the players, but injury. Well, I remember even when Shevchenko was playing there about 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, the same thing, injury. Last season, if not Miles Kelly, that helped us last season, because the 2 left fullback was injured. It was Miles Kelly that was playing there. We know that the proper position for Miles Kelly is midfield. That is what it shows us. Even the Champions League, you see what he played. Even from about 4 matches to go from the league. You see this position. It showed the quality of a midfielder. He's not a left fullback, which I believe we should continue playing Miles Kelly on that place. We know that Zubimendi, because even this season we need to rotate a lot. We need to rotate our game a lot, not burning one team. We need to rotate our game a lot. We know that Zubimendi is a good player first half of the season, he played very well. He did very well. But what we need to do, we need to bring him in our attack, because the only thing, I don't believe, normal, our defense worked very last season. They work tireless. They did their best, even in the Champions League and everything. They did their best. Mightly, I don't think it might be the same thing next season. They'll still continue those one goal defend. No. We need to bring in more attacker that can finish the job. When they get one, they will get two. We need more attacker that can finish the job. Not bringing, we still play the same grinding, but it's good though. But it saved us last season. We won the first title for over 22 years. But now we can't continue like that. We need, as far as Guardiola have already leave, we know that Man City is a good team, but we need to play and do very well, bring in good recruitment. But that up front, I believe we could still stick with Gyökeres. It's still more better, but we need to play to his strength. Arsenal we need to bring players. If you look at Man City, outside the Haaland scoring goals, he doesn't have any other thing he does. Outside that goal, we know that even this season that you're saying that he was coming to defend and do that, but other seasons ago, he don't do that. He always stay there as a middleman, the man that is a threat to the 18-yard boss. That is what we need. Those kind of things, that is what we need. Not with bringing Kahava to link up play. When he after linking all the play, when they want to make a cross, there's nobody to head the ball, there's nobody to score. The top 9 is already in the midfield. We need player that will be on the 80-yard box. The wingers will be doing the work. The midfielder will be doing the work. Once he's there, if everybody remember the goal we scored against Fulham, that was the kind of ball that Gyökeres need. Dribble your ball, bring it and score. He will tap the goal in. If you look at most of the goals that attackers scored, that was like similar to Haaland. Cross the ball is always there to tap the ball in. If we can play those kind of ball, Gyökeres will score. In his first season, he scored 21 goals all around the whole competition. It's not very bad for a striker. Even last season, we know that he was the best striker in the world last season because he won the award. But this season he did well, but we need to play to his own strength. We need to bring in more creativity from this, even if we are still using Saka. But for me, Saka need to improve next season. We know that he have injury. Even last season he was playing with a Hercules injury, which he went to surgery and all of that. But next season he need to keep firing. He need to start playing very well. You get it? You need to start playing very well. Like the left wing, I don't know, we are going to keep Martinelli or we are going to sell him, or whosoever we are going to keep, either Martinelli or Trossard. I don't know. It depending on the board and the coach what they will do, or they are going to sell the two and bring in 2 new players. Because for me, Martinelli is still good, but I believe from my reading of the game, since Granit Xhaka left, Martinelli was not twice often playing, because I believe when Granit Xhaka was there, the link-up play between Martinelli and Xhaka was very quite okay, because Xhaka is a good midfielder and a left footer that can pass the ball once. Because what we lack in our game, sometimes we see the pass, we will not pass it. Player will make the move, but they will not pass the ball. They will decide to go back. Something like Odegaard. I have watched some games that is why I like Eze sometimes. There's game that you bring Eze. Eze always see the player. Once he sees it, he will take the ball. That is the difference between Eze and Matthew Odegaard. Matthew Odegaard need to touch more before he will pass the ball. Eze sometimes he don't need to touch too much. The next thing, that's why sometimes you see some ball that he play, we miss it or we pass it to the opponent. But we need player that will be taking risk, not playing safe. Because sometimes our ball we play too safe. We don't want to lose the ball. We need player that will be taking the risk. Sometimes if you don't take a risk, there's no reward. That's what Arsenal need to be doing all the time. We need to be taking the risk. Not maybe you see player trying to make a move, they will not pass the ball. Well, I've seen, if you are watching most of the game, you see Martinelli, sometimes even these Gyökeres we are talking about, sometimes we try to make a move, they will not pass the ball. Even against Atletico Madrid, that thing happened. Gyökeres have already made the move. Saka refused to pass the ball. Even in the PSG match, this guy have already made the move. Saka went and make a wrong pass. But we just need players that will be taking risk. We play more safe, which those things need to be cut off and be brought down for next season. We know that the pressure is off now. I believe that this first trophy that they win, they need to be come and play their normal football, because we play good football 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago. But this season we need to play good football, attracting football that can win us game. That's what we need to play. Because the whole game we are playing, sometimes we play safe, no risk. Player will not want to beat his own player. Their player will always, you have already made the move for you to take the ball. But the football they are playing nowadays is like a robot football. I will not blame them. I remember those days. Those days we see the Rolandinho and the rest, the JJ Okocha, the Pirlo, the De Piero, the Trezeguet and the rest. Those midfielders, the Zenit Zidane, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Lampard, all those long balls, we don't used to see them again. We always want to play like Pep Guardiola, Kitty-Taka, pass here, pass here. Nobody need to play those from the midfield to the 18-yard balls. Nobody play those long passes anymore. Everybody want to be passing. Those days, if Paul Scholes holds ball, once it's on the midfield, he can take it to the hand. The next player will pick it. It's a goal opportunity. Nowadays, if you don't pass the ball more than 100 times, you will not find the position. Everybody want to score classic football. Nobody play long pass again. Nobody play true pass. Nobody play those kind of ball. Those are the ball that the Gerrard, the Beckham, the Paul Scholes. Those are the football that they play. The Rolandinho, even if you dribble those long ball, nobody plays those pass anymore. Sometimes you'll be on the left, you'll be seeing a player at the right. Nobody can take the long cut. That's what I want to see Arsenal doing more, not always playing long, short pass, those long ball and striking from outside the ball. If you look at the goals that Eze scored last season, the season that you ended, it was outside ball. It was from outside the 18. Almost all his goals. The same thing with Zubimendi. If you check Zubimendi's goals last season, most of them from outside the 18, few from heading, but most of the important goals that he scored is from outside the 18. Like goals like Nottingham Forest against these people, the same thing. Is the same thing. Arsenal used to pass a lot, want to find that space. Sometimes when team play load block, you don't need them to dribble them. There are spaces. Either you take the shot, either you deflect. That is how deflecting goal come. That is how home goal come. But last season, we were depending on trying to cross. We know that the set piece work a lot. I believe Arsenal will still continue with that set piece. Is a weapon that other team doesn't have. Even if they say Arsenal will play set piece, we score set piece. For me, it's the weapon that you have that you can use. That is how you conquer your enemy. That is the only weapon. Everybody is doing set piece now, but we still do it better. I remember about 4-5 matches to the end of the season, Arsenal was playing short corner, and we scored from it. I remember against Newcastle, we did it first and second. It doesn't work. The next thing, the third one worked. When Eze scored, that was the only goal we scored on that Newcastle game. Which Arsenal have different way. But I know that Mikel Arteta is a good coach. He need to improve on this game. And they need to recruit very well. Even if you are selling, but sell well and buy well. We know that people like Ezu is going. For me, Ezu is a good player, but his injury was too much. And when he came back, it's not like Ezu's of about 4 seasons ago. We need a good player. Even if we have him in a bench, that this player, if he's coming in, is good. We have the bench. Even the first 11 is good. I know Gyökeres is good. Even if Arteta want to keep Havertz, it's not my big problem. But my problem is for them to bring in other players. But by the law of recruitment, they need to say and bring in, even if they have a good structure of wages and good structure of income this season. Because according to Sky Sports, about a month ago, they said Arsenal is almost the richest club in England now, according to statistics that they talk about. The income from revenue from these, and even now they have gone to the Champions League final. That's 120 million euro, if not pounds. If maybe they won it, could have been 10 million bonus to it again. But getting to the final is dead. Even the league that they won, getting to Carry Cup final like that, those are positions that they have won. The money, even qualifying for the Champions League again, that is still other money again. If you look at it, which those money, they need to use it very wise. I don't want us to be like Liverpool. But I'm not criticizing Liverpool. That's for me. I'm not criticizing them. But the recruitment was a good players. But we doesn't know if he will work this season because I have a new coach, which I said before. But I just want Arsenal to not buy a panic buy or in the name of fans want us to recruit. I don't want us to buy a panic buy. I just want us to buy the player that we need. We need wingers. Even if we need other attacker, like we need somebody like Alvarez. If we can buy Alvarez and bring in Morgan Rogers, he's a good player, he's a quality player. Those kind of players, we can have those two and bring in other, because even in the defense, we don't need much in the defense. Like we can bring in like player like Morgan Rogers, Julio Alvarez, and bring in this little boy from Kobe from Bournemouth, to it, and bring in a proper number 10. Other pattern of players, other pattern of creative midfielder different from Odegaard and Eze. Like that is what I need. I don't know whether we are going to sign keeper, whether Kepa is leaving. I don't know. I believe they might sell keeper this season and bring in another keeper. But what I just need Arsenal to do a good deal and good job. Please, thank you. Like and share. Please subscribe and share our video for us to go more viral and to have the more confidence to give you more content and everything. Please, thank you very much.